Minor League Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the New York Yankees. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Garrett Cole.
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out on the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
Ready to go now. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder, Jake McCarthy. And there's a ball.
Wow, Boog. First pitch of the night, and looks like the strike zone's a little small.
Just missed.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That misses. And now 3-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that one ripped into right. And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So up next, Geraldo Perdomo. 2 for 8 in the series so far. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 away. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Ketel Marte stands in now and watches strike 1. Man at first, 1 away.
Runner.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Up the middle. That's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound in this one, Zach Gallen. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at...
Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Leaping, and it's gone. He sends a rocket to left. His first homer of the year, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to follow that type of approach.
Here comes Aaron Judge. 4 for 7 in the series, so he's been good. And gonna miss.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count even 1-1. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the third and final game of the series. Judge comes up empty there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one is downstairs. Now 2-2. And there's a base hit to left. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swing and a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
First and second, no outs. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton, batting 4 for 6 in the series. Pitch misses, ball 1.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
First and second here, no outs. Swing and a foul out of play. That clips the corner.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Here comes the Judge around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. 3 for 7 in the series so far. Right down to shoot. That's strike 1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Stanton, the lead runner out at second. Goldie on at first with nobody out. Yeah, that's fouled off. And 1-2. got him swinging for the strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Not close with that one. And that's ball one.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
One of the things amazing with Zach, think about the players he's been traded with and for. In December of 17, he and Sandy Alcantara were dealt to Miami from the Cardinals for Marcell Ozuna. Then ultimately in July of 19, he went down. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Jason Dominguez stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Next pitch is downstairs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Second inning coming up in the Bronx. Yankees 3, and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back now in the Bronx. Here's Josh Naylor. Cole, a 6'4" righty, 220 pounds, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Cole back to work. Ball one low.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Swing and a ground ball. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And the leadoff man aboard. This is Corbin Carroll. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock an Ichiro Suzuki growing up.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. There's 1 on to Goldschmidt. That's 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Adrian Del Castillo. This one lifted in the air, left field. Dominguez brings it in, and that is that.
Be my ambition, be my addiction. Show me what I'm missing. Show me how you listen. This is my addiction. I know that I'm listening. Wasn't planning on this.
Bottom of the inning, and here's Alex Jackson. That's towards center. McCarthy trying to get there. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
The center fielder, number 35.
And here comes Bellinger. He's already homered here in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Gets under it and pops it up. Del Castillo should have this one. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there are 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
2 outs, base is empty. It's Aaron Judge now. Singled and scored his first time. That's out to center field. And he makes the catch. And that is that.
Let's get it. This stuff takes time. This stuff takes time. Stay on that grind. Can't rewind.
Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. And a first offering, a fastball for a strike.
1 strike.
Hammers that one, curling down the line and foul. Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Up the middle. Jump throw, and they get the out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And that is out of play. The 0-1. There's the strike. Just missed.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Judge sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jake.
So the lineup flips over, and now the center fielder, Jake McCarthy. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that drops in for a strike. He swings and fouls one off. And now 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Soft contact in the air. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Hit in the air, center field. Bellinger gets under it and makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Arizona. They trail it here 3-0. back here in New York as we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Right through there for a strike. On a line out towards center. And a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Pitch is in there. It's 0-1. Nobody out. Runner at first. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
There goes the runner. Called strike 3. Throw, save. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. RBI single his last time up. That one fouled off. Foul ball.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
And ball 1. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. McCarthy settles under it. Nabs it. Runner tags at second. Thought about third there, but throws on the brakes. 2 away now. So man aboard. Now here is Oswaldo Cabrera. Pitch misses. 1-0. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. On a line, base hit. Jazz on his horse, coming around third. Oh, the throw is over his head.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
So 2 down. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Long run, tracks it down. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. back at Yankee Stadium. Start of the fourth, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte. And that misses. And that is ball one.
You know, these D-backs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Grounded out his first time up.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And strike two.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Naylor in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swinging a foul straight back. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Diamondbacks down quickly. They trail it here 4-0. Back for more from the Bronx. Bottom 4, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And the batter now, Alex Jackson. Line drive, base hit. And now 2 aboard. Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. Zach Gallen done for the night, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Gilbert Diaz.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Bellinger up to hit. He's already homered in this game. Ball 1, no strikes. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Liner, base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
So they're all loaded up. Aaron Judge at the plate. 1 for 2. And that drops in for a strike. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Just missed.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Judge waits. The changeup missing, and the count is even 2-2. That one is absolutely belted, and no one can get there. One runs in, another comes in to score. Cut off, now a throw home. He's in there. It's 7-0. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Next to hit, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's 2 for 2. Just missed.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Looking at the numbers, they've got 4 hits when they're behind in the count. That says they are absolutely battling at the plate and just not giving up, despite what the count says.
Missed with a changeup. 3-0.
And if you're a manager or a hitting coach, you love to see your team really fighting for every at-bat, every pitch. It tells you a lot about how they showed up to the ballpark today.
Swing and a miss, strike one. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting, the designated
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. In there, and it's 0-1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. McCarthy in position. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second, but now he won't try for third. Stays put with 1 away.
now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. There's a swing and a drive. And it one-hops the wall. 1 run across. Throw cut off to second, but he's in there easily.
Wastes no time there. That's a tough location with the fastball to handle, but he was all over it. He got that front foot down and showed off some really quick hands to get the barrel to it.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Oswaldo Cabrera digs in now. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Run comes in from second, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. Now the Diamondbacks manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Gilbert Diaz departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Jordan Montgomery, ready to make his season debut. Man at second with 1 away. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 2 in this one. The shortstop takes the ball. Cabrera over at second, 1 down. Hot shot to third. On to first, and there's 2 down. So 2 down now, and here is Jason Dominguez. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And it's fouled away. And that's down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering is down low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And a base hit. Coming home. He will score, and it's an RBI single, and they extend their lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Runner at first with 2 away. Alex Jackson stepping in now for the Yankees. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Outside low, and that's ball 2.
2 balls, no strike.
On the ground to third, and that one handled. They get the force out, and thank goodness the inning is at last over. But they score 7 times to blow this thing open. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Yankees 11 and the Diamondbacks nothing. This game's a bit of a blowout, Siggy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Siggy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too?
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Adrian Del Castillo. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
Well, these Diamondbacks, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Next offering upstairs. Runner at first with no outs here. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Grichuk batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Now one miss. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Flied to right his first time. And it stays fair. Coming home. He'll score.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So the batting order turns over. Jake McCarthy stands in now for the Diamondbacks. On the ground, right side. Oh, nice play. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
You got to love his hustle down the line to beat the flip to the bag. I mean, there's a lot going on between a first baseman and the pitcher during these plays, and he just kept his head down and beat it out.
The batter now, Geraldo Perdomo. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Jackson puts it away, and that'll do it. Two men left stranded, but they do push across one. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Yankees 11 and the Diamondbacks 1. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Montgomery, 32 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014. Montgomery back to work. That clips the corner. Movement in the bullpen. Ryan Nelson preparing to come on if needed. Puck getting cranked up as well. That's hard hit on the line. Makes the grab, one down.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here is Aaron Judge. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Pulls in with a double, 3rd hit for him today.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One out, runner at second. And now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And there's a strike. Man at second. High in the air, out to right. Carroll brings it in, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. And that one pulled foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Hard hit to third. That's the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We're through 5. It's the Yankees 11 and the Diamondbacks 1. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Ketel Marte up to the plate. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Dominguez on the move to the alley. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
This one popped up, foul ground, first base side. Goldie makes the grab, 2 down.
the first baseman, number 22, Josh Naylor.
And now it's Josh Naylor. That one pushed foul.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
That one a little bit high. Ball 2.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Two outs. Swings and misses. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for Arizona. They trail by double digits, 11-1. Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Right through there for a strike. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Joe Mantiply up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Thompson getting loose as well. The 0-1. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one opts against the fence. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
So a man aboard, Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. Just missed.
One ball, no strike.
The pitch. Just off the outside edge. And it's 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Batter number 11.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 in this one. That one inside, and that's ball 1. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Outside low, 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Ground ball left side. Off balance feed, there's one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
And now the Yankees going with a pinch hitter, Trent Grisham. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Fought off foul. Next one misses, and now it's even 1-1. 2 out, space is empty. And that's a base hit.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher.
And next for New York, Alex Jackson. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. Cut on and lifted in the air. Makes the grab. That is the inning. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 6 full. Yankees 12 and the Diamondbacks 1. Trent Grisham into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is not a position he's used to playing as far as we know. Now, Corbin Carroll. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Foul ball there.
That's a ball.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
And down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And here's the catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. And that misses. Ball 1. Cole winds and deals. That one ripped, but foul. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 and 2.
1 out, bases empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Didn't agree with the call at the plate right there.
Now, Boog, in a game like this, that's just too close to take. It's a blowout game. Guys have been out here for a while. Umpires saying, hey, let's go. Cut it loose. Swing the bat.
2 down, bases empty. Randall Grichuk now. First pitch just misses. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Judge really on his horse for this one. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Third home run of the season. It's 12-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's Gurriel. High fly ball out towards left center. Bellinger sizes this one up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. But a solo home run will at least get this closer to respectability. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Bellinger.
Swing and a ball popped up. Suarez sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The right fielder, number 99,
Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Judge rips that one. Gurriel has it sized up. Squeezes it. Out. Number 2.
The batter, number 13. Second baseman.
Jazz, Aaron Boone making a move for a new bat. Oswald Peraza trying to get something going for him with 2 away. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
1-0.
And there's a foul ball.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one out to right. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Staying in the game on defense, Oswald Peraza. He entered the game to pinch hit and now man second base. Back to the top of the order, and here is Jake McCarthy. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Cole back to work. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in for the out. Cole still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Geraldo Perdomo, the next to hit. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fastball is outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it looks like he wants to go through the signs again. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Jackson makes the catch, and that'll do it. And the Diamondbacks down in order. It's 12-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. Left field. Gurriel makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Pinch hitter coming on, DJ LeMahieu. 1 out, the base is empty for him. Hit in the air out to center field. McCarthy hauls it in for the out. 2 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Walter.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. And he takes a strike. The Yanks up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pulls that one foul. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Comebacker to the mound. Slings to first, and that is the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Through 8 full, Yankees 12 and the Diamondbacks 2. So remaining in the game defensively, DJ LeMahieu. He pinch hit last half and now takes over at first. Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. This one in the air center field. Grisham settles under it. One down. At the plate, Josh Naylor. Ripped, but it curls foul. That one the other way, and foul ball. The D-backs with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the ninth. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1 and 2.
Breaking ball inside. It's 2 and 2. And that one lifted in the air center field. Grisham is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Diamondbacks down to their final out. Corbin Carroll now at the plate. And that's in there for strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. The Diamondbacks down to their final strike. And a good eye there.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
The next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Sometimes you got to fight to get back into an at-bat. Take some tough pitches, even out the count.
Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Spoils that one, and it remains 2 and 2.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Got him, and that's the ball game.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start, who knew? He'd throw a complete game and get the victory. But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
And your final 12-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long